Salvete omnes. This week we're going to talk about two easy grammar review things, and this is definitely a review for all of you, but it's helpful just to talk about it and get some practice with it because we will be building upon this throughout the year, and you will continue to see it in your stories. So I want to make sure that you really understand it well. Anyway, this is linking verbs and simple transitive verbs. So here's some terms or verba descenda that you should be aware of. So a linking verb is an intransitive verb. That is, it's a verb that doesn't take a direct object. And it has a noun in front of it or behind it, actually, and sometimes an adjective or a noun along with it also. So a lot of times you'll see subject, linking verb, predicate complement, or predicate adjective or predicate noun. That's a common structure. So a linking verb for all intents and purposes is any form of the verb to be, or something that you can substitute in there like seems or becomes. Those are also examples of linking verbs. Just remember, whenever you see one of those linking verbs, you have to remember that it takes nominative after it, not accusative. Okay? But a transitive verb, like something like has or wants, you're hearing me hit my hand, right? That's the sign for accusative case, direct, right? So it answers the question whom or what. So examples: Wolt wants what? Wants something in the accusative. Has what? Sees what? Would at quid. Okay. We're going to talk about simple transitive verbs in the present tense and in the singular uh, number this week. So, and the nominative is a case or ending on the end of a noun or adjective. Usually it's used to express the subject or the predicate, nominative or complement. And this is one of the examples that you could see: noun, linking verb adjective, noun, linking verb adjective. Now you can also see noun, accusative, so subject noun, sorry, nominative, accusative, transitive verb. That's another function of what we see. And again, sorry, the accusative case, let's not forget about that. For this time, it's a case or ending that is the object of the verb. Now, it can also be used with prepositions, as we know, like odd, portam, and whatever else. But for right now, there are many other uses of the accusative case, but this week it comes after a transitive verb. So, and recall too that word order in Latin is much less important. That is, meaning is not derived from word order in Latin because it has endings, but in English it is. So you can get that out of your head right away. And another tip is that the linking verb here is like an equal sign. So when you have the word order, nominative, noun, linking verb, nominative, adjective, you have a equal sign with the nominatives on either side of it. So another tip here would be to remember that M is the sign of the accusative in the singular for most of our declensions of nouns. So on the left column we have simple linking structures, like Piso is a poet, a little poet, nominative equal sign nominative. Over here though we have Piso patrem amat. Notice it's not pater, it's patrem. So Piso is our subject, The verb then is amat, loves. Whom does Piso love? Oh, it answers the question whom or what. And amat is a transitive verb, so we have patrem. Okay, you got to get that. Amicus est benignos. That's a linking verb. Simple, same ending here. It doesn't have to have the same ending, right? Because they agree in gender and number and case, which is a fancy way to say that it has to be masculine and masculine. They don't agree in ending. They happen to agree in gender, number, and case. So you can have a second declension adjective modifying a third declension noun. So that's why those endings are different. But here we have amicus videt puellam. The friend sees the girl. Ending here. Brando is anxious, linking verb. Brando would canem. M here, accusative. Okay, you get the picture. Here's an example of some common singular subject form and objective form, so of nouns. So res rem, rex regem, dies diem, manus manum. Again, you see the m's coming up in the accusative case. Domus domum, insula insulam, urbs urbem, pater patrem, mater matrem, frater fratrem, etc., etc. Tempus and caelum are the same form in the nominative and accusative because they're neuter. That's part of the neuter rule. The neuter rule says that the plurals, nominative and accusative, end in A, and the singular and plural, nominative and accusative are the same, no matter what. So these are all nouns that you should remember. We're just going to basically practice remembering when to use the accusative case and when to use the nominative case. So here are some adjectives that we would be using when we use the linking verbs, like my, good, bad, large, small, many, or much, few, long. So think of some phrases that you might want to learn how to say, and you can ask that to Megister tomorrow when we do our in-class assignment for our foot lesson. But again, this is just a simple review just to get us going again with our grammar with linking verbs and simple transitive verbs. So, oh, it looks like my show is back on. So we're going to get back to Dancing with the Stars, and we'll see you tomorrow.